We're here with Andrew from Hatch. A little update on what I could best describe as their chopper range.
Yeah.
It might not be the term you guys use, but seems like we've got some cutting devices here.
We do. So
give us the rundown on these bad boys.
You bet. So these are new and reimagined tools for us this year. We've taken our cutters and put them into a little bit more of a convenient place. When you're working on your leader systems, it's kind of nice to be able to have the cutters on the side versus the middle of the plier.
Yep.
Just easier to spot your cut.
Yeah.
Also allows us to create kind of a rocker effect with those cutter blades. When we close the plier, the cutters actually rock in place a little bit,
right,
so that they make contact, but then you squeeze a little harder and the jaw tips come all the way together so we can get a positive grip.
So like a pinching sort of motion.
That's correct.
Yep.
When they were in the center, we weren't able to do that very effectively.
Right, because it's just coming in as a V. And
that's right. It's a hard stop.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And fully replaceable.
They are fully replaceable. We've got little button head screws. You can just pull those right out.
Right.
Put in new ones, drop a little Loctite on it or a thread locker.
Yeah.
And it just cinches right down.
And how does that work in terms of the process for people getting those? Because that's something I've experienced with pliers I've bought in the past. Is you kind of buy them and 18 months, 2 years later, you go, where do I get my replacements from? So how does that work with Hatch? Is it through retailers? Is it direct?
Yeah, typically it's easiest to just go to the Hatch website and we have a kit right there.
Right.
But honestly, being that they're tungsten carbide and not stainless steel, we've really had to replace very few of them.
Right, yeah. So you might be talking 5 or 6 years down the track if you use them heaps, not
exactly right.
wearing them out after a year.
Yeah, that's right. We tried making them out of stainless at one point and they just dulled up really fast, especially on braid.
Yeah.
Tungsten carbide holds its edge. We can cut braid, wire, floor, whatever you want with it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I think I mainly worn mine out from cutting things I shouldn't be with. Stainless
Hook's
steel,
not so great.
Yeah. So, all good. And they feel really nice in the hand. Like, tell us about the process in machining these.
You bet. So there's a little bit of a texturing there. All of the pliers are bead blasted before they're sent to anodise.
Right.
So that gives you a little bit of a texture when you grab onto it.
Yeah, it's kind of a velvety sort of texture.
Yeah.
It almost feels, in a good way, more like plastic than like a nice plastic feel, rather than that cold metal feel.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it's very cool. And available in a range of colours, obviously.
They are. So red, black, blue, and clear are our standard colors, always available in stock. Another feature that I wanted to point out was on the jaws, at the very tip, we used to just make that a smooth finish, just kind of grind it down, make it smooth. Made it difficult to grab onto tag ends, especially when you're working with heavy leader material.
I know exactly what you mean.
So in 2019, we just add a little serration to the jaw tips. Allows us to grip pretty much anything and just pull it tight.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea because I've always wondered with other pliers I've used in the past why they're kind of not serrated to a degree, but
hey, we're a machine shop, so it's pretty easy to just change that. Just cut some grooves.
Yeah, very cool. And you've got a nipper range as well?
We do.
Tell us about these.
So our nippers, they are also finished with a bead blast, so again, that nice soft touch texture. If you flip it over, you can see one of our new features. We've added a little knot tension post there. Size for small flies.
Very clever.
Drop a little dry fly on there, place to hold it.
I've always used the eye cleaner in the past for that, and you're always worried you're going to flick it off and kind of put a nick in your line.
That's exactly right. It's very easy for them to flip off the needle. That's really designed more for a quick poke and grab and go.
Yeah, that's really thoughtful. So this is a blunt.
Just a blunt post. Yeah, will fit with any one of our standard dry flies or smaller trout flies.
Yeah, very cool.
Same as last year, they do still have the tungsten carbide cutters on them. It's the exact same material as what goes into the pliers. Just a solid material. They will cut through braid as well, which is pretty unique when you have a small cutter like that.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, if you're after some choppers, still not the official name, but it's the name I'm giving them. You've got little ones and you've got big ones. You can figure out what you use them for. Thanks for joining us on Fly Life TV.
You bet. Thank you.
Cheers.